Well, where I'm going is one hell of a climb. They do have stairs, I think 1,480. But apparently this place is closed to public now. So, anyways, we're going there because I said I would go there before we left Romania. And if you can see that hill behind me, there's no friggin' joke. Look at that. There's a road below me. That is the hill. Camera's level. Can't even see it. This is no friggin' joke up this hill. It is vertical. And you'll see why we're doing this. Found a little flat spot. It seems to, I mean, look at the adjacent mountain. It's the same thing, man. So, here. Anyway, so. Now you cannot get that angle on camera. At all. Oh well. Up we go. And you'll see just how excruciating it is. So that was pure insanity. I don't think I ever climbed a hill like that for so friggin' long. And then on top of that, we're finally on the stairs by the way. This place is closed, so we had to climb through the electric fence, all the hill. I mean, insane. But where we're going is what I needed to visit before I leave Romania. Let's go. I always wanted to train my cat to be on my shoulders, but after climbing up that hill, she got tired of me yanking up the hill, so she jumped on my back and climbed. So now she's trained. We're sitting on my rucksack, absolutely comfortable. That's cool. And we got a hell of a long way to go. So is that home? Ring a bell? Oh, is there anyone? Well, I'll tell you. But maybe you know who Vlad Tepes is. And how he punished the boyars from Targovis, supporters of the dynasty, the advisory family of the Dracula dynasty, whom in December 1447 supported the invasion of the country to the troops of Yanko de Horodora, and the consequences have been terrible for the family of Vlad Tepes. When the day of Easter came and all of the townsmen were feasting, the young people were at the round without any notice. They were surrounded and the elderly killed, circling the whole city with their bodies, and young people, along with their wives, were taken to Poenari, where all of them have worked at the fortress until their clothes have been destroyed. Another legend said that Vlad Tepes, during 1462, being chased and cornered by the army of Mehmed II, Al-Fais, retreated with some of his soldiers in the Poenari fortress. The Turks besieged the fortress. They embombed from a mountain called Pietaria next to the fortress and destroyed its walls. The ruler managed to flee to the village Arefu. They say that this is where he met 7 brothers who were blacksmiths named Dombrin, whom at his request changed the horses' horseshoes, putting them the round way around. The pursuers were thus deceived and went in the wrong direction, and Vlad Tepes managed to return to rule his army. That's right, we are at the real castle of Dracula. Scary is the hill we climbed. Went through an electric fence to get to the top because the entrance is closed. It's prohibited to the public currently. Currently temporarily closed. Now, if that's true, who opened the gate? That is strange. It's like the gate is just freshly opened for us. If you want to get a good view how we climbed from the river straight down there. As I climbed up the Empire State Building, like Spider-Man style. Let's go check this out. So, yeah. With the surrounding mountains, as you can see, it would be almost impossible to defeat the sorters back in the day. Review. There's our jeep. We climbed. Yeah, I think that's as far as we can go. Got this close. But we made it. I made it. Read off this wall. The fortress from Poenari, aka the fortress of Latipis. The fortress of Negrua Voda was both a place for the voivodes sheltering the treasury of the country, as well as a place where the boyars who were found guilty of betrayal were imprisoned. It was built by the voivodes of Wallachia in two periods of time, though in the first half of the 14th century, the square tower, having the external sides of 8.5 by 8.15 meters and the inner ones by 4.60 by 4.30 meters was built. The second period building was no later than the second half of the 15th century, then a 60-meter long and 10 to 15 meter wide curtain which surrounded the tower that became a donjon was built. It is flanked by three I can't even read half towers added by the southern side. It is believed the second stage of the building took place during the reign of Latipis. Radu Popescu recorded this in moment in the chronicle, though he writes that in order to punish the inhabitants of Targoviste, who caused some trouble of the brother of Vladimir Voda, he sent his servants to capture them in the Thursday Saint and made them work hard to build the Poenari fortress. The fortress was given by Radu de la Fumarade to the voivodes of Transylvania in 1522, an exchange of the lands called Ventul de Jose and Verperal after his death, 1529. The Poenari fortress became Wallachia's possession again. After the second half of the 16th century, the fortress was no longer used Because of that, since then, its ruin began. Haha, so I did it. 3 Dracula castles, the third one is real. Yes. At the 970 step part, but we skipped the 970 steps and climbed straight up the hill because it's closed and there's security police. So anyways, and those guys building a place up there, so we didn't get much to see, but we get to it and I got to touch it, so that's good enough for me. Anyways, check this out. Oh, here comes Ash. Not Ash, oh Ash. Let's see this. What's this here? You see that? We are here, and it says, something is whatever. You are here, 970 steps, 510 miles. So 970 steps. 970 steps we didn't climb. 510 we did. The 970, well, we came. That's right. Straight up that hill. So I don't think I'm going to be going down that way. So there are 3 Castle Draculas in Romania. Castle Dracula on Trohuti Pass is a scary one. That is the real Bram Stoker's story, which may not be legend. And I'll explain why. The Trohuti Pass is similar to this, but it's a road that goes on top of the pass. It's like the cliffs all... you just have to go with it. Anyways, it's a road on top, it's cliffs on this side, cliffs on this side. But there's a plateau, or a little meadow, you can hike out. There's a photography place. And it's about 4 kilometers away from a cemetery. So you can take a picture of 3 to 4 kilometers away from the cemetery. The cemetery, anybody who ever goes there has not returned. Not one person has returned or has lived. You can take a picture from the cemetery. The cemetery all year round has fog 24 hours a day. That is about waist high. And so that part is not a legend. That is true. Nobody is allowed to go there, because if you do, not one single person has returned on that trip, and everybody will tell you that. So that's the Bram Stoker's Dracula story. Now, come to think of that, is that legend or not legend? Is that a myth or not a myth? I've seen the cemetery with my own 2 eyes. I've seen the fog with my own 2 eyes. I did not go there. I did not take pictures. I was about 5 kilometers away. And so the bit before you go down to the photo place. So that place is true, and legend there is true. So Dracula, Bram Stoker's story of Dracula may be true. The second one is Bron's Castle in Bran, Brasov, Romania, Transylvania. It's all Transylvania area. Romania is a little bit different. It's different people. Transylvania people are real friendly, really happy. It's very clean in Transylvania. But once you get outside of Transylvania, it's just Romania. Go figure. You'll understand when you're here. And so the second one is Bran Castle. Bran Castle. I think it's, well, we went to that. We did the tour. It's all IKEA furniture. Wood's not solid. The building is stucco. So I understand it's just a gothic horror story of Dracula's story, which is not real. So it may have been an old castle. People may have resided there, but I think it absolutely has nothing to do with Vlad Tepes or Dracula. And so I don't even think he resided there, because this is his true castle. This is the real deal. This is Dracula's real friggin' deal. This is where he impaled people on stakes. That's how he got the name Dracula. And so the third place is, of course, here. So yeah, I'll leave links on all 3 places and the GPS locations on all 3 places. So we're going to actually go back to the first place. That's the Wilco Monastery, where we made friends before we leave Romania. And so that is that. It was absolutely beautiful. I'm so glad and pleased we actually got to venture here. I mean, you can't leave Romania without seeing the real Dracula's castle. When you go to the IKEA furniture store, which is Bran, well, it's interesting. It's cool. Bran's a cool city, man. It's really fun. Absolutely visit. I mean, visit all 3. Dracula's Hotel, Castle Hotel, and Trohuti Pass. Bran's Castle, which is absolutely a must visit. And then this one. Yeah, Vlad Tepes, the real Dracula's home, where he resided. You'll understand that to conquer this place is literally impossible. The conquer Dracula's hotel castle. It's a little bit difficult, but not impossible. Brown Castle, you could probably stand up on a hill like this and throw rocks at the people down there and take over the building. So you understand, any army could have taken Bronze Castle. So, you agree? So, anyways, we're gonna head back down, jump in the Jeep. We did it. So, rock and roll. Just gotta give you a little update of where we are, and that's where we are. Is that where we are? Yeah? Oh, yeah. So, yeah, we're headed back down. The Jeep is straight down that hill. So, do we risk? We're here illegally, so, oh well, fuck it. We gotta get home. Let's go down. In front of me, there's this castle, and you can see what we climbed. So any army back in those days to defeat that castle, which they said he defeated it from a different hill. So to defeat that, you gotta be an alpinist, you gotta have the right gear, and to carry weapons up that would be impossible. And you bet seen. So anyways, we made it. That is Vlad Tebas' castle, his home, and that's the real deal. Finally here. So again, I stayed at 3 places, the 3 Dracula places you must visit, all 3 of them.